Hello everyone. So before I'm going to put up a video which I have created as a cooking video, I would like to actually put a little more thought into it, and I decided to create a segment before each cooking video called Health 101, and this will just be showing all the healthy benefits of each of the foods that I've used. So today's title is Health 101 Breakfast Item Number 1, which is a smoothie and a homemade trail mix. I know, pretty easy. Let's get started with the smoothie. Okay, so the smoothie contains strawberries. They can be frozen or fresh. Their peak season is from April through July. It's better to get the frozen the other months because freezing fruit will preserve the nutrients and will keep the fruit fresh. Strawberries contain a variety of healthy benefits. For example, strawberries contain anthocyanins, which are potent antioxidants and have repeatedly been shown to help protect cell structures in the body and to prevent oxygen damage in all of the body's organ systems. Strawberries' unique phenol content makes them a heart protective fruit, an anti-cancer fruit, and an anti-inflammatory fruit, all rolled into one. Strawberries can help reduce the risk of macular degeneration, which is basically eyesight loss, and provide protection against rheumatoid arthritis. With all these benefits, strawberries do have some downsides. An example is, they may contain pesticide residue because they're such delicate fruit. Therefore, you should always wash them thoroughly before ingestion. Blueberries, frozen or fresh. Blueberries are believed to be among the top healthiest foods on earth. They have endless benefits. Blueberries are at their best form from May through October when they are in season. Like strawberries, it's better to get them frozen other months of the year when they're not in season. Blueberries are antioxidant powerhouses. They're packed with antioxidant phytonutrients called anthocyanidins. Blueberries neutralize free radical damage to the collagen matrix of cells and tissues, and that can lead to cataracts, glaucoma, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, peptic ulcers, heart disease, and cancer. Anthocyanins, the blue-red pigment found in blueberries, improve the integrity of support structures in the veins and entire vascular system. Extracts of blueberry have been shown in numerous studies to improve nighttime visual acuity and promote quicker adjustment to darkness and faster restoration of visual acuity after exposure to glare. Blueberries help improve brain activity and gastrointestinal health, provide protection against ovarian and colon cancers. Cranberries. Cranberries are extremely healthy because they can prevent urinary tract infections, protect our cardiovascular system and liver, and they contain cancer-fighting / anti-inflammatory agents. They help the immune system and they benefit the digestive tract process. Bananas. Bananas are fiber and potassium-rich foods. This means that they're excellent for cardiovascular protection, protecting and building better bones, and promoting kidney health. They offer soothing protections against ulcers and help reduce stomach acidity. They act as natural antacids. They also protect your eyesight. Oranges. Oranges are generally available from winter through summer with seasonal variations depending on the variety. Oranges which aren't in juice form can help reduce blood pressure and cholesterol content. They contain a healthy dose of vitamin C for antioxidant protection and immune support. Drinking 1 glass of orange juice is more beneficial than taking a vitamin C tablet. They create protection against cardiovascular disease and they promote optimal health. They're an excellent source of fiber, they prevent kidney stones, and protect respiratory health. So that was all that was in the smoothie. If you would like to know more information on any other fruit, just leave it in the comments below and I will put up a video explaining all the benefits of that fruit. Homemade trail mix. Pistachios. Pistachios provide better health for the arteries and veins. They're stocked with monosaturated fats, which are healthy fat because the body burns it instead of storing it. They prevent against cardiovascular disease and reduce stress. Pistachios supply minerals, antioxidants, and protein. Walnuts. Walnuts consumed in whole form have extreme benefits. They contain a large dose of vitamin E and contain anti-inflammatory benefits. Walnuts are in the tree nut family, and people who consume tree nuts at least once a week intake 5 grams more fiber, 260 milligrams more potassium, 73 more milligrams of calcium, 95 more milligrams of magnesium, 3.7 milligrams more vitamin E, and 157 milligrams less sodium. Almonds. Almonds are at the height of their season in summer, but they're available year-round. They lower LDL cholesterol and reduce your risk of heart disease. They provide protection against cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Their healthy fats help people lose and maintain weight. They prevent gallstones and are an abundant source of protein. Hazelnuts. They contain a high proportion of essential oils and supply a well-balanced mixture of vitamins and minerals. They contain vitamin E, which prevents oxidation of polyunsaturated fats. Hazelnuts also contain vitamin A, which is a natural antioxidant. The next section is dried fruit. We have dried apricots. Apricots are one of the best sources of beta-carotene, providing the daily recommendation of vitamin E. Beta-carotene is converted into vitamin A in the body. This nutrient protects the eyes and keeps the skin, gums, hair, bones, teeth, and various glands healthy. Vitamin A fights infection by maintaining strong immunity in the body. Apricots are a good source of fiber and are bursting with potassium. The next fruit is prunes. Prunes are a natural laxative and are known to decrease the risk of colon cancer and hemorrhoids. They are low in saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium, and are high in vitamin A and B6. They are rich in fiber, contain high amounts of potassium, increase iron absorption in our bodies, and help against developing breast cancer, and are always rich in antioxidants. Raisins. They keep the blood healthy. They can lower osteoporosis in women. They're healthy for teeth and gums. They're a good source of energy and are a good source of fiber. Figs. Figs help lower blood pressure, help you lose weight, protect against postmenopausal breast cancer, promote bone density, and help the cardiovascular system. The leaves of figs lower insulin levels in diabetics. The leaves of figs aren't actually used in the Western medicine, but in the Eastern medication they're quite popular. Mangoes. They are an incredibly healthy snack. You can eat the entire fruit for just over 100 calories. They're high in fiber, virtually fat-free, and mangoes contain numerous vitamins. Mangoes also contain beta-carotene, which may help slow the aging process, reduce the risk of certain forms of cancer, improve lung function, and reduce complications associated with diabetes. Now, I would like to really stress on something in this video. I would like to talk about breakfast. Breakfast is a very, very important meal of the day. You should consume the most calories at breakfast, and you should never skip it. Breakfast kickstarts your metabolism, and eating breakfast helps with weight management. It's a lot better, although not recommended, to skip dinner or lunch, but breakfast should be had every single day. At breakfast, it's important to intake a large amount of nutrients and healthy fats and fibers. If you were to eat dessert some other time of day, eat it at breakfast because it's more likely to burn and break down during the day than at night. The calorie intake at breakfast, on average, should be between 500 to 700 calories. This always depends on the sex, the weight, and the goal that you're trying to achieve. These numbers should decrease as the day goes on. When you skip breakfast, you are likely to become tired when your brain and body run low on fuel. By mid-morning, you might grab a cup of coffee or eat a huge sugary candy bar to wake up. This might work for a few minutes, but by lunchtime you're hungry, crabby, and perhaps your mood might make you a little more prone to make unhealthy choices at lunch. Not to mention that these are extremely unhealthy foods to have. If you really don't like to eat breakfast at all, you can split it into 2 smaller meals. Eat a hard-boiled egg, a little cup of cereal, or some banana or crackers or something, and eat them at home. And an hour or 2 later, take a break from work and snack on an apple or a handful of healthy nuts like pecans or walnuts or some dried fruit. Remember to drink water before breakfast, at least 2 cups. Thank you for listening to me, and I will put up the cooking video soon. Goodbye!